He kind of wants to be the last man standing, which doesn't make sense because he's got a companion. Hey, thanks so much for checking out the channel. If you're curious about any other hero in Empires and Puzzles, you can view my website at anchorgame.com. There you will find I've graded every single hero with a calibrated team of graders. This resource will always be free. Thinking about supporting the hero grades and the breakdown videos? You're welcome to donate. Otherwise, feel free to share this resource with a friend. I have my exclusive line group called Anchor Cove, where you gain access to myself and tons of other experienced players with on-demand information and resources. If that piques your interest, all that information is on the opening page of my website with a short video. Let me dive into today's hero breakdown. Hey, thanks so much for checking out the channel. Today we're going to be doing a brand new hero breakdown on Guardian Owl. Now, one thing I'm wondering, is the Guardian Owl the actual owl that's in his hand, or is he the Guardian Owl? Because there's double Guardian Owls potentially. I don't know what's going on. Dude's got 601 on his attack, 795 on his defense, and 1483 on his health. He is running it very slow, which doesn't really make sense because he's an owl and they're supposed to be like fat. I don't know. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. It is a free massive turn-based dark fantasy RPG. To try this game out, all you gotta do, go to the video description, click on the special links. You'll receive 100,000 silver, 50 gems, 10 mystery shards, and 1 free champion, Hexweaver. All your treasure, it's waiting for you right over here. He does give you a bonus though. If you've got Guardians of Teutonic heroes between 2, 3, 4, 5 and heroes, you get anywhere between 5% and 20% defense, and also 4% all the way up to 13% healing. As far as his stats goes, I'm liking what he's doing. He's producing some pretty heavy weighted defensive stats, but his attack power, it's pretty abysmal. It's not good. We're not liking that. When we look into his hero specials, he deals 280% damage to all enemies. Damage is increased by 50% per each dead ally. The caster gets plus 46% defense for 5 turns. And the caster regenerates 765 HP over 5 turns. So essentially, he's dealing damage to all enemies. He's running at very slow speed, which is important. And then if more people are dead, he deals more damage. But he's also giving defense increase to himself and then also regenerating health himself. So he kind of wants to be the last man standing, which doesn't make sense because he's got a companion with his other owl. Which, is that slavery? I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. He is a druid class hero, which means that he's battling it out for emblems with the likes of Vila, as well as potentially Zimkitha and Master Lepus. So you might be scarce on your emblems there if you are planning on putting them on him. When we take a look at what he does, as far as the Titan grade goes, he is going to get a C grade there because literally the only thing that he's doing is gaining some defense and then maybe some HP, but he does deal damage. Obviously, he's got really, really bad stats on his attack power. I wouldn't recommend bringing him in. Again, very slow. That's also a major factor. You would figure being it very slow, he would be doing a lot more. But unfortunately, against a Titan, he's going to get a C grade there. Not too good. We look at his offensive grade, he is going to get another C grade there. Reason being is you can look at other heroes like Alfriki, who's also running it very slow, deals a whole bunch of different things, is a major massive threat, isn't dependent on other people dead, and pretty much just annihilates the team. But the big problem is running it very slow. Now, when you got a hero like Guardian Owl, who's also running it very slow, but is also hoping that your team members are dead to be going off, it's not really that big of a deal. You know, with him dealing 280% damage, you've got heroes like Killhair who are doing the same thing but are running at average speed. It's not really a factor there. So on offense, he is going to get a C grade. You could potentially plan around him. I know I'm going to get flagged for this in the comments, but the problem is he's too contingent. He's too contingent on 2 things. Your other hero is dead, which is not a good contingency, and also being able to stay alive at very slow. Now, 280% damage, it's definitely a bit of damage, but you have too many things that need to go right. And then not to mention, If he's going off, he's regenerating. It does help out. The defense is okay. I'm not seeing it. It doesn't really make sense to be building a team. Now, people could be building a team, but standalone hero-wise, I'm not liking this. He's going to get a C grade. When we look at his defensive grade, he is going to get a C grade as a tank. Obviously, with him only dealing 280% damage, probably your other allies aren't dead at that point. He's running it very slow. You probably have already killed him by that. Now, he does have some great defensive stats, but when you look at heroes like Teleria that also have amazing defensive stats, or even Heimdall, but they're running at average and slow speed, and they're just doing a lot more to stay alive. So not a big fan there as far as the tank grade. Flank grade, same thing, maybe even a little bit worse. He's going to get a C grade as a flank. Maybe you have one hero dead, but he's pretty easy target. Now, where he does do some work, in the corner, in the wing, where he is going to get an A- grade there. That possibly could flex into an A grade for sure. Because obviously at that point your heroes are probably dead and he's going off, and it's going to hurt quite a bit with him going off. Now, I have faced Guardian Owl in the corner, and it is pretty devastating. It can hurt a ton. You don't want him to go off, and you definitely want to kill him before he goes off, but being it very slow, you can definitely plan around it. Unless you build your defense that's very healing or very mana centric, then it's probably not your best bet. But like I said, when he goes off, it hurts. It's not fun. It's not a good time. So on defense, he is going to get a C grade. That might be a B- grade just because he is really useful in the wing. But unfortunately, it's very contingent on a lot of different things. I'm not too thrilled at all with him being it very slow, what he does. Now, where he does shine a bit is going to be into the weekly raid grade. He is going to get an A on rush attack. Possibly, I didn't want, like, it is a lot of damage, but you're still contingent on your dudes being dead for him to really impact the board. Does help out with the defense increase, the health. Might go into an A+. Still an awesome hero if you do have him leveled up, especially if you've got emblems on him. He's really amazing. He's going to get an A on rush attack. When we look at a buff, he is going to get a C grade there. He does help out with giving defense increase, but it's only to himself, and he is running it very slow. It's not a very practical hero that I'd recommend on buff, especially because the board is a little bit faster on buff. Not a big fan there. He's going to get a C. On Bloody Battle, he is going to get a B grade there. Reason being is heroes are probably dead at that point when he goes off. It could maybe flex into a B+, but still contingent on a lot of different things. Bloody Battle, again, it's sped up. Usually people are trying to kill you. You might not even have a chance for him to go off. You could potentially use him on offense and do really well. You're probably going to wipe out the board for sure. So he does get a B grade on Bloody Battle. He is going to get an overall grade as far as a C, just because there's too many things that need to go wrong for your team, which doesn't really make sense for him to be really effective and useful. At being at very slow speed, I think that they could rework this hero. I don't think that it would be too much of a factor if they put him at slow speed to where that would change, like that would make him a lot better hero. I think it would actually be pretty balanced if he was at slow speed. So overall, I'm not thrilled or impressed with this hero at all. He is going to get an overall grade for a C. So thanks so much for checking this out, watching this content. Please make sure you subscribe. Also turn notifications on, and I'll see you on the next video.